So this is the repository. So I'm going to paste this link on WhatsApp. So you just go to it, then I'll show us how to clone a project. So basically, what we mean by clone a project is bringing the project into your laptop, bringing it locally so that you can use it. So imagine this is somebody's GitHub repo. Somebody has worked on the project and you want to test out the project. You want to use it on on your own laptop. You want to run it locally. So you go to GitHub, find a particular repository. So if you click on that link I just sent on the chat, it should take you to this screen. Then I'll show each and every one of us how to clone a project. So I will click on the link. SCT, are you here? Have you clicked on the link?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay. Adija, how about you?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to show us how to clone a project. Okay. So first thing first is launch your command prompt. So you do as if you want to start a project. So I can say cd into documents. So cd into documents. Then you can make a directory. You can call it clone so that you know this is the first time you clone a project. So you can make a directory called clone. So make a directory called clone, then you seed into it. Okay. So you seed into a place on your laptop document, make a directory called clone, seed into it. Then start your create your virtual environment. So virtual env. So create your virtual environment. Then activate it. STI talking to me.
No, sir, it's not sent.
Okay. So you're just doing as if you're about to start a project, then this is where we'll stop. Install Django. So just keep install Django. So you are preparing your file location. You've chosen where you want the file to be. You've activated your virtual environment. Then it's time for us to now clone. So once everyone is here, please let me know. Then I'll show us how to clone a project. So are we all here? Victor, can you hear us? Victor, please respond if you can hear me. Are we all here? Victor, I need to know if you're here or not. Let me check. Okay. Okay. Are you coding along, Victor, or you're just watching?
Coding along.
Okay, okay. So this is where we are. seed into documents, make a directory called clone, you seed into clone, create your virtual environment, then activate it. Then the last step is to install Django. So basically, almost the same steps. So the only key difference is now you're not the one starting a project. Another user has done start project, start app. So you're not going to be the one doing start admin, blah blah blah. Your own duty now is to clone the project and the app the person has created already, and that's what we want to do. Okay. All right. So if you've clicked on the link I sent, this is my GitHub repo. This is what we want to clone for today's class. We're working for a news agency today. I just used something local, AIT. So if you look at this file structure, you can see there's an app called news and a project called AIT. Then we have our manage.py file. It's important we are all seeing this on my GitHub page on your laptop. You should be seeing API class 2. That's the name of the repo. And inside this, there are three files, AIT, news, manage.py. So now, how do we clone a GitHub project? So please, if you can see my screen, you see that there's one code that is green colored, like a button that wrote code and is green colored. So if you click on the drop down, you should be seeing a link under this HTTPS. If you click on code, that drop down, you should be seeing a link that has a link to your GitHub repo, the HTTPS, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to copy this link. So you can see there's a copy sign beside it. So I'll copy that link. So everyone, please copy the link. So the link is now copied to your clipboard. Then to clone a project, the command is git. So go back to your command prompt, type git space clone space, then you paste that URL you just copied. The command is git space clone space, then you paste the link that you just copied, then hit enter. Git space clone space the URL, the GitHub URL that you copied. Please, did it work for everyone? You should be saying something like cloning into API 2 after pressing enter. If you're not getting that, you are wrong. So is everyone getting that? If you know you're not getting that, please speak up now.
Sorry, I'm lost. After copying the link, where are we pasting it?
After copying the link, come to your command prompt and type git space clone space, then you paste that link you copied.
That's
So you
after
come
installing the Django, right?
after installing Django, yeah.
So the next syntax is git clone http.
Yes, git clone, yeah, the HTTPS. STT, any issues?
No issues, sir.
All right. Victor, how are you?
Space clone.
Okay.
Done.
All right. So what you've done now is you've brought in that person's project into your laptop. You brought it locally, your own version of it, your own copied style of it. You now have a local copy of that code that is on GitHub. So all we need to do now is you cd into the name of the repo that you can see here. If you look at my code, it says cloning into then API class 2. So all I need to do now is I've cloned it. I just need to enter inside. So I'll just say cd API underscore class underscore 2. So enter that folder you just cloned. That's basically what it's doing. So do cd API class 2. So cd API underscore class underscore 2, then hit enter. cd API underscore class underscore 2. Then after this, you can now do your code dots. So if you have done this correctly, in your VS Code, you should now be seeing AIT, news, and manage.py. the exact code that I had on GitHub.
How did you get the API class 2?
That's the name of the repo. So the name is always here. The name the person called it. So you can say I called it API class 2. That's why it said cloning into API class 2. That's the name I called the folder on GitHub.
So
See
we'll
my
seed into API class 2.
exactly. So if I wanted to seed into a project you created on GitHub, if I go to your GitHub page, if you called it e-commerce, I'll say seed e-commerce. The one STT did, that e-commerce one, when I wanted to clone it, I have to do cd into whatsoever name she called that repo. So me, I call the repo API class 2. That's how we're all doing seed into API class 2. So after you seed into API class 2, press code space dot to open the code on GitHub. You should be seeing 3 files or folder structure on the left. You should see AIT, news, and manage.py. If you're not seeing that, then you are wrong. Are we on there? Are we there now? Launch your VS Code, please ensure you're seeing news, AIT, and manage.py. Are we all seeing that? Am I free
Yes.
to move on? All right. So let's just explore. Let's see what and what we have already. So if you click on the news, I've already created the model we're using today. So please confirm that. So confirm that you can see a news model inside your models of PY file. So please confirm you're seeing a model called news. Click on the serializers, confirm you're seeing news serializer, then your view should be empty. Everybody should be having the same thing. Your models, you should see a news model. Your serializers, you should see a serializer for news. Then every other thing should be empty. I believe that's same for everyone. So remember we're working with APIs now, so not just plain Django. So there's a package we need to install whenever we're working with APIs. Victor, remind us the Django package when working with APIs. Victor, are you there? Victor, the name of the package we use when we're working with APIs in Django. What's the name? When we're working with APIs in Django, there's a package we need to install. Please remind me the name.
I can hear you.
STC, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Please remind me the name of the package.
Is it the
REST
REST framework?
framework.
Yeah, Django REST framework. So we need to install it. Adijat, do you remember how to install it?
Yes.
Please tell me.
People installed Django REST framework. Since we've installed the Django before, so the next one will be the Django REST framework.
Thank you. So please do pip install Django REST framework. So install Django REST framework. Django REST framework is the package we use, Victor, when working with APIs in Django. So install it. So if you have installed it, check your installed apps. You know, I'm supposed to put it there as REST underscore framework in your settings. But I'm generous enough to have done that for us. So if you check your installed apps in your settings, you see that I've added REST framework for us already.
Yes.
All right. So we're good to go. So today's class, I'm introducing us to a type of path parameter, and I'll explain. So far, we've been using IDs to identify single products. So what I mean is, whenever we build in Django, if I say get me the first product, we have been doing something like 127 slash product slash one. This is what we've been doing. So this is what we've been doing. This is what we're used to. We have been using IDs to identify specific products. We have been using IDs to identify news. So before, when we build, we do something like 127 slash news slash one. That fetches the news with the ID of one. Now, there are three main things people use to identify a particular resource or a particular instance. The first one is ID, which is what we're used to. We've been using ID slash one slash two, student slash two to get the student with ID of two. We have ID. So that's the basic one. Now, IDs are not secure in the sense that if you look at this, it's easy for someone to always remember that if I go to one, the person can easily understand that one will give me the first news, two will give me the second news, three will give me the third news. So your system is not quite secure that way. Somebody can easily come to the URL and know that if I go to slash three, it will give me the news with ID of three. So today I want to introduce us to another identifier called a slug. Now many of us we've all seen it, but we don't know, oh, this is a slug. So I'm going to show us an example of a slug. So if I go to BBC now, so obviously you know who BBC is, a news broadcasting company. So I'm loading their screen. So this is the news they have at the moment. If you look at the URL that they have, you can see they are not using number. You can see us, we'll do something like news article slash one. That's what we're used to. But if you notice, they're using something else to identify a particular item. I'll open a new tab to show us another example. Look at Punch NG. So if you look at the title of this post, it says Japada, Nigerians abroad return home amid dashed expectation. This is the
Sir,
title. Yeah,
sir, can you hear me?
I
My
can hear you,
Django REST
Victor.
framework is not loading on my
It's not
command prompt.
installing. It's not
Yes, it
installing.
said did not find a version that satisfies the requirements.
Is your spelling. No space. Just Django REST and framework is together. Check the spelling. Django
Sir,
REST. Check the spelling of your Django REST framework. Ensure there's no space in between when you're installing it. Django REST and framework is together. Pip install Django REST
okay.
framework. There's no space between the Django REST framework. Everything is together. All right. So as I was saying here, if you look at the URL of Punch, you see that how they're identifying posts, they're using something very similar to the title. So this is called a slug. Many of us that share posts to people, you see that maybe from the URL that you're sharing, it contains some information about what's going on or what you're trying to share. This is called a slug. So a slug is a character-based field that
It's
does
not
not.
loading.
Victor, I'm coming. A slug is a character-based field that does not allow spaces. So what it's doing is anywhere it sees a space, it's putting hyphen. So if I share this news now to somebody, the person can tell that I'm talking about Nigerians abroad, blah blah blah. But basically, this is better than using slash one. One is vague. News slash one. How do I know what the news is talking about? But when you're using the title, it makes more sense. So that is the second one, which is slug. Then there's the third one, which is called a UUID. I'm just explaining to us the three ways we can use to get one object from the database. We can use the slug, we can use ID, or we can use something called a UUID. UUID stands for Universally Unique Identifier. So this one is the
Alright.
so this one is the most secured one, the UUID. Let me show us an example. So if I go on Google now and search where am I, look at the URL, please. I search where am I, but if you look at my URL, nobody can confirm what is here because you see some kind of encryption here. So whatever text you're uploading has a universally unique identifier. It's something that nobody else can confirm. So basically, we're going to lift our game from ID today to slug. Then from there, we'll move on to UUID. I'm just showing us the different ways we can use to retrieve objects from the database. IDs are good, yes, but they don't really pass context. They don't really pass information. If I say student/1, it can mean different things. The first student in database, the student in primary one, the student in GS1. It means a lot of things. So we're going to stop using ID for today's class. If you want to stick with ID, that's fine. But my duty is to show us how to use every way that comes as possible. So I will have proper understanding. So that is why if you look at your models.py field, if you look at your models.py file rather, in your news app, so if you go to VS Code, click on your news app. If you look at models.py, you'll see a field called slug, and it's models.slug field. So this is how we define a slug. All right. So by the time we create a news item and we see how the slug looks like, it will make more sense. So Victor, quickly share your screen. So while Victor is sharing his screen, Adijat and STT, please make migrations, migrate, then create a super user. So I'll stop sharing. Victor, you can share your screen. STT and Adijat, please make migrations, migrate, then create your super user. Victor, I told you Django REST framework together. There's no underscore between REST and framework. Keep
Sir,
install Django REST framework together. STT and retrieve.
in my serializers.py, the REST framework is showing an error.
Yes, your VS Code is not yet using the right virtual environment. Do you remember how to take it to the right virtual environment?
But my virtual environment is activated.
Yes, not your command prompt is using the right one. Victor, the work, there's no R before the K. Your Django REST framework, you didn't put R before K. So STT, yes, your command prompt is using the right virtual environment. But VS Code itself, your IDE itself, you need to point it to the right virtual environment. So Victor, you're settled. So Victor, try and make migrations, migrate, then create super user. You can stop sharing while you're doing that. So STT, I'll share my screen now, so I'll show you what to do.
Okay.
All right. So STT, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
So if you notice, mine too is underlined. You can see my Django stuff are underlined.
Yes.
So if you go to the bottom right, you should see the version of Python that is on your laptop. You see 3 point something.
Yes.
Please click on it. Now, if you look at,
Are you going to install Pillow?
you're not installing Pillow
I said
yet.
it's bringing. I need to install Pillow.
Okay, you already tried to make migrations, Abby.
Yes.
Then you have to install Pillow because there's an image field there. So install Pillow. So still, You're with me, yeah? You can see my screen.
Yes.
All right. So sometimes VS Code will not get where your virtual environment is currently. So you need to sometimes specify. You have to be the one to go and tell it where it is. So if you look at the option on your screen, can you see a place that says enter interpreter path?
Good.
Can you see it? After create virtual environment, after the first option, the second option, can you see it?
Yes.
Click on it. Then click on that find that comes up. Click on find.
Okay.
All right. It should have taken you now to like your computer, your file explorer.
Yeah.
Okay. So please click on that API class 2 up. Just go back. Go back to the
I've done
folder.
that.
Yeah. Are you seeing API class 2 and ENV folder?
Yes.
Click on the ENV folder. So you're trying to tell
Okay.
you where to go to. Yeah. Then click on scripts. I click on scripts.
Yes.
Then you see python.exe. Among all those files that are coming up, you see python.exe. Can you see it? Among all those files showing, you see python.exe. You click on script, I mean, you go from scripts.
Yes.
Then if you look at all those files there, you see python.exe. Have you seen python.exe?
It is not yet.
Share your screen. Let me stop sharing. Adija, how about you? Have you made migrations and migrated?
Yes, I've created a small user. I'm waiting for you.
Okay. So install Pillow so you don't have to read it. Yeah, so STT, look at Python is in the middle. Oh, because I said .exe, that Python there, yes. Then click on select interpreter. Yeah. So you can see that's clear now, Abi.
Yes.
All right. So while you're still sharing your screen, so now install Pillow, make migrations, then migrate. While you're still sharing, you can maximize it, please. So when others are watching the video too. So
Okay.
thank you.
Mm.
Pillow is taking time to install. So Victor, make migrations, migrate, then create
I'm
your
done.
super user. I created a super user.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. So please go to your admin panel and add news. Or wait for us. Don't add it yet. Wait for us. I think I'll share. It's taking time.
Okay.
But is it network or your laptop?
My laptop.
Okay. So this is just what I told ST to do. I'm choosing my interpreter. So that is done. So the next step now is for me to install Pillow so I can work with images. We've installed Pillow. And after that, I can make migrations, then migrate. Python management PY. Make migrations. Then after this, I'll migrate. Alright, so this is done. Now we're working with images. once you install Pillow for images, there are two more things you must do. There are two more configurations you must make. Remember, you have to go to your settings.py file for images to work in Django. Step 1, install Pillow, which all of us have done. Step 2, you need to set up your media URL and your media rules. So go to your settings.py file. Please go to your settings.py file. You want to set up a media URL. So I'll type media URL and it's equals to media. Then I'll also set up my media rules. This is how it works for all images. Every tutorial we watch, you will set this up. We've done this multiple times, but just let me do it again so we remember. So please add these two settings in your settings.py file. Add these two lines. You have set up your media URL and your media rules. Are we done with this?
No.
Alright.
All right, no, sir.
Alright. Then lastly, go to your project URLs of PyFile. The URLs of PyFile under settings. The project URLs of PyFile. Alright. Then you have to add the settings. So like I said, it's not something you need to plan. These are things if you just want to, if you've forgotten how to set it up, you just go online, set up images in Django. These settings are in every article you read. So that's something you plan. So by the time you use it multiple times, it becomes a part of you. So I'm adding these settings now. So please add the settings. Added line 19 and line 20. And after I add this. Alright. So we have our settings already. So just let me know once I'm done. Are we done?
Yes.
Not yet,
All right.
sir.
All right. So for those of us that are done, let's head to our main panel and add a news item. So if you're done, run your server. Then let's go ahead and add one news. Victor, are you still copying? Like, do you need to see my other screen? I just left.
Yes. Your URL is plus PY.
All right. So others, please go to your admin panel and add just one news item.
I said she go and sleep. You're asking me if you are done. I don't know anything. You have me. Don't ask me
Adi- Adija and family.
anything. Sorry, my speaker is on. Sorry.
No, no, it's fine. It's fine. So Victor, is you I'm waiting for.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So others, please let's go to the admin, create one news item. ST, have we created the news item?
I'm just going to myself.
Okay.
I'm done.
All right. So Victor, go to your admin panel, create a new news item. Okay. So let me create one super user. Okay, I've created my super user. Run my server. My server is running. So let me go and create the news item. First password. Okay. Did that one protect my user? Yeah. That means I used the wrong password. Create another super user. Let me quickly create another. I think I used the wrong password.
So please let me see the admin.py Wi-Fi.
No, no, Adija, I can't show you. Even if I share it for the you, I won't show you. A whole text is like you. Is the news not showing in your own admin?
Media is not defined on my own for command prompt.
What's not defined?
Media.
I'm coming. Adija, should I actually show you? Adija, are you there? Okay, I see the issue. I
Yes,
had
yes,
another,
yes. I've debugged. Don't worry.
okay. I had another project running. So it was that project I was trying to enter. No wonder. The first yeah, I mean, okay. So you guys, Aditya and STT, try and remove this extra S that Django has added in this news. Both of you reduce this extra, remove this extra S here. Let it be news. And Victor, share your screen. All right, Victor, take me to your settings of UI. Let me show that error is coming from. Scroll down to like 123. Looks correct. I can't say clear up with it. So break out of your server, go to your command prompts. All right, try run server again. Just use your hand. Yeah, make sure that the error will still come. Okay, so you can see the different error. Your line 2 Victor in your admin.py file. Go to your admin.py file. It's not from Django import news. Your news is in the model. So it's supposed to be from dot models import news. Line 2, so it's supposed to be from dot models, not from Django. The news model is the models file. So from dot models import Django. Import news rather. Yes, that's correct. So try once more to run your server while I'm watching. Your server is running already. So go to your admin panel now. Alright. So first of all, Victor, how do you remove the extra S? If you look at that news, it's having extra S. Do you remember how to remove it?
Yes, we go to models of UI and
Oh yeah, type to
Baboons.
them is so yeah, class meta. So class space meta. Capital letter M,
Regulation.
class meta, colon, enter. Verbose name plural, yes. Verbose underscore name underscore plural equals to no equals to no verbose name plural equals to there's no brackets. Yes, equals to. They're open string quotes. No, string quotes. Normal quotation mark. No, Victor, you're not putting inside brackets. Just verbose name plural. Remove the brackets. Yeah, the normal string, open string quote, as if you want to type string. Yeah, and just type how you want it. News. Exactly. Exactly. So reload your admin panel. No, remove. You're done, Victor. There's no need for slash whatsoever. Just remove one. Then after that, just reload. Go to your browser. Yes. Reload it. The news should change to single letter now. Yes. So please create one news item. You can stop sharing now. All right. So let me go ahead. This is my own. Let me do my own fabulous name throughout. So I'll come to my model class class meta fabulous name throughout equals to news. Alright. So this is it. So I'll come here. If you don't want to stress yourself, guys, you just copy news from maybe Punch or something. Well, anyhow, sure. So title is say backend slow like I just type maybe just rubbish Choose file. I'll just pick anything on my laptop. Author on the author, and I'll try and see. Okay, content can be empty, so just type in anything. So please, have we upgraded a news item? Everybody just have one. Do we have at least one news item now? Everyone, at least you have STT Victor. Do we have at least one news item? STC?
Yes. Yes.
Alright. Alright. So
Sorry,
please
what
do
are
I
we
want to
putting as the slug?
what do you say?
What are we putting as the slug?
Just type in random stuff. Just you can
Huh?
type in this. Just type in anything for now. Just type in anything.
Okay. Anything.
Just Adija ABC 1 2 3. It's
Okay.
just for example. I want to explain. Then after that, I'll show you proper way of doing slug.
Okay.
So once you've saved, let me know so I can explain. So if you look at the posts or the news I've created rather, imagine for me to get one news item called Backend. The person go to news slash ASDFG. It doesn't really have meaning, it doesn't really make sense. So whenever you are creating something or you're creating a system where you want people to easily understand what's going on. For example, imagine this is a product. I've created a product called Nivea Cream and I want to send that product. So I just want to share the post with my friend. And the person is saying 127 slash product slash ASDFG. It doesn't make sense. It's not descriptive enough. So if you're building a system where you want the detail, that ID, that thing you're using to retrieve that product to be human readable, you want people to be able to see it and understand it. We use a slug. Practical examples of where we use slug. If you're building an e-commerce site, if I create a product called electric mouse, the thing I'm supposed to use to retrieve that electric mouse can be slash electric mouse. The only difference is there will be no space between the electric and mouse. Let me use an example to make it make more sense. So this is Jumia, a popular e-commerce store in Nigeria. So these are all the products they have. So this is the title of the product. Now, if I click on the product, if you look at the URL, you can see that it's from the title that they're generating the slug. If you look at the title of this product, it's called Berry Key Women Fine Jewelry Chain, blah blah blah. Now, if you look at the URL, Women Fine Jewelry Chain, couple pendants, blah blah blah. So this slug is not randomly generated. From the URL, the person can tell which page you're on. From the URL, I can understand what's going on. So how do we now make our own slug to be automatically generated from the title? Because it makes sense that if we create a post called Tinubu is President of Nigeria, when we click on that title, it should take us to a page that has the full gist. Now that URL should not be slash one or slash ASDFG. It should be something that is still human readable. This is why they shared some links. You can already tell from the link what's up. You can already tell from the link that this is what the post is about. So how do we achieve it that from the title the slug will be auto-generated? That's what we want to do now. So please everybody go back to the admin panel. Let's all go to admin panel. Okay, so we're going to create an advanced type of admin, or we're going to add a custom stuff to our existing admin in such a way that Django will know that as I'm filling up the title, it should also be filling the slug from the title. What I mean is if I create a news item saying backend is the best, as I'm typing that title, the slug field will be getting generated from the title by itself, and we're going to see it happen. So I want to modify this news model. I want to tell you that there are things I'm adding to you. What this stuff is doing is just adding news to their main panel. Now I want to add more things for it. So please let's type. So I'm creating a customizer called news admin. News admin. So let's inherit from the admin.model admin class. Then the populated fields. So I'll tell Django on the admin panel, they should populate the slug field. The slug field using the title. This is what I just added. Let me zoom in. So I'm just adding customization. I'm trying to add more things to the way the admin panel is behaving. So what we mean by pre-populated fields is fields that are getting filled up or populated from something or by themselves. So this is the news admin. It's inheriting from the model admin, and this is just one of the settings we can do. So pre-populated fields is a keyword. It has special meaning in Django. What I'm telling it is I want you to automatically generate the slug. That's what we're saying. And where should I get the thing I'm using to generate it from? Get it from the title. So meaning as I'm passing in the title, the slug field is being generated by itself because it's easier for us to type with space. This is the money CBM need this month. It's better and it's easier for human being to type than typing this hyphen is hyphen the money. So this is a better way of automatically generating the slug, and this is how it is done. So this is what this particular setting is doing. It's helping us to generate the slug from the title. So if we are done with this, we've created a customization, we've created something new that I want to add to the admin panel. So we need to add it to this news model. We need to tell this news model that this thing is now applying to you. So admin aside the register news, comma, the news admin that you just created. All right. So you're first of all registering the model, then you're registering that thing that's customizing the model. That is what we're doing. Once we're done typing, someone should tell me why it is being underlined. My news admin is being underlined.
So what? News
If you look,
admin. You've
yeah,
not import. You need to import it.
I don't need to import it. I created it here now.
Is it
See,
is it that we have to register it after defining it?
yes, exactly. Remember, Python interprets code from top to bottom. I cannot create something in line 8 and be calling it in line 5. You understand? So this line has to come after line 8. So you define first before you call. You've not yet given a child a name and you're already calling that thing or calling that child. So you give it a name first, then you now call it. So this is how it should be. So you first of all create that thing for customization. Then after that, you now register it here. That's what I am doing. So if you have this structure, all of us will go to our admin panel together and we'll try and create another news item. Then you tell me what you notice.
But my slug is bringing the bracket is bringing a red column under.
Yes, look at my screen. Make sure you have exactly what I have. Remember to put even as tiny as this comma here. If you don't put this comma here, it won't work. So Victor, look at my screen. If you're sure you have exactly what I typed and it's not working, you let me know so I can share my you can share your screen. Are we done typing?
Yes.
Okay. So if we're done, go back to your admin panel. Go back to your admin panel. Then try and add a new news item. So just add news and tell me what you notice. So I want to add a new news called Easter is coming. Then tell me what you notice as you're typing the title.
There's my news admin is bringing yellow line under.
News
Alright.
admin should show now.
What did you say, Adija?
News admin should show in our admin panel.
No, no, it's not supposed to show. It's not a model. It is something customized in a model.
Okay, that is why it's not showing.
That's why it's not showing. On my own tape, it's not showing.
Yeah.
But try and type the title and tell me what you notice.
Title is not even showing my own end.
Like try and create a new news item. You should be seeing that form that comes out, the title, slug, content.
Okay,
Like it generates its own slug.
It's generated slug, Abby.
Yes.
okay.
Alright.
Okay. That's
So
okay.
Adija, as you're typing, is the slug getting generated?
Yes.
Alright. So Victor, let me stop sharing. So Victor, you can share your screen.
My server is not running. I've checked it out. I'll share it now.
That means the one for, since we've updated it, the one for the first one we created should generate automatically too.
So if you go and type the title again, you see that it's going to get generated automatically. So Victor, you're not supposed to use semicolon. There is colon you're supposed to use.
It's not generating.
All right, I'm coming, Adija. Victor, your line 7 is telling you after the model admin. Yes, it's supposed to be colon, not semicolon. Colon, yeah. No, colon. Yes. So now go and create a new. I told you, Victor, go back to your VS Code. You have to type exactly what I type. In line 8, that comma that you put there should come after the ending quotes. In that title, look at your line 8, that title. Yes, the comma should come after that ending string quote, not before. It should come after. After, yes. All right. So now go and create your news item. Well, Adija, you can share your screen.
Is there any need to share my screen? I just like it's not. I re-edited the first one. It's not popping out automatically. The one we did initially.
Okay, one we did initially. I'm coming. Let me share my own screen. All right, please let me know when you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
All right. So Adija, you were saying this first one, Abby? Is it
Yes.
okay? No. It won't apply to this guy. Remember,
Eh,
we,
this
okay,
will
we
apply to.
just added this setting, but from now on, that why I made us create it manually first. So
Okay,
you
that's
know
what I'm
this one
to get.
was your own. Yes.
Trying to get.
Yeah. So anything I do now from now on, you can see as I'm typing, it's all getting generated, which is how it should be. Okay. So we're done with this. Now I just want to show you another setting you can add to this customizer. So let's assume if you look at my news model now, when I go to the admin, I'm only seeing the title. It's possible to see the title and any other field you want to see at the same time. So what I mean by that is it's possible that if I come here, I can see the title, the person that wrote that news, the date was created, all of them at once without me needing to click inside. So how do we make it appear? So there's a special keyword called list display. So list display is where you write all the fields you want to show on the admin panel. So I'll say I want the title to show. Title is number one. I want so you look at the model, I want the author to show, and I also want the published date to show. So these are the three settings I'm adding here. You can see. By the time I reload the admin panel, you understand what it's doing. So list display specifies the fields you want to show on the admin panel. So please, if anyone is done typing this, I want you to reload your admin panel and tell me what you are saying.
The
If you're
author published date is displayed. Title, author, and published date.
Adija, are you talking to us?
I'm not talking. It's just okay.
Oh, okay, sorry. STT, what did you say?
I said the title, author, and published dates are displayed.
All right. So I think this is better looking. This is nicer. So I'm just showing us how to customize the admin panel to make it have more functionality, not only to register model. That's all. you can add more things to it. You get.
So can you go
It's
back to
also,
the your admin
okay,
pan?
all right, this is here. All right. So we're done customizing the admin panel. So quickly, I want us, Adijat, STT, those that are done with this, create a view that allows us to create news, an API view. Remember, it's APIs we're doing. So start writing the view. The name of the view should be create news. So it's an API view that allows people to create news using the serializer. So get started on that.
So please can you come again?
So go to your views.py file. I want you to create an API view
Okay, sir.
that allows people, that is used for creating news items. Remember, it's API
Okay.
we're doing now. Yeah. So similar to what I
Yeah.
gave you in the assessment. Yeah.
Mr. Prosper,
Yeah, this is
I
with you.
don't see my auto. Where did you say to show?
See,
At the panel.
yeah, look at my admin panel. Normally, it's only the title that shows, but now you can see there's title, author, and published dates.
Where? Let me
Eh?
check. Not seeing it to it.
But you're seeing, can you see it on my own screen?
I can see it on your screen. I don't know why it's not showing on my screen.
All right, so you share your screen. Let me see what's up.
It's showing, don't worry.
Okay, sure. All right.
Oh, yeah, you said we should go to our view. We should create.
Yeah, create an API view that allows you, that is used for creating news items.
Okay. Right, right.
So, Victor, are you done typing?
Yeah.
All right. So let's all go to our views. Let's quickly create a view that allows us to create new news items. So let me zoom out a little. Okay. So for REST framework, import the decorators. Import my API view.
Create new news, right? We create news.
Create news. That's the name of the view. Create news. All right. What kind of HTTP method should they use?
To create. That's post.
Uh, Post care. Are you sure, Adijat?
And now to create post now. You said wait, let me explain.
No. I didn't say. Are you sure, Adijat, that it's post?
I'm sure.
Me, I'm not there. We are sure it's post.
Uh-uh. We are just sending into the we are just sending information to the back end now. So it's post. We are not getting information there.
Okay. Yeah, the one leading me. I won't tell if you're right or wrong. I'll just copy what you're saying.
It's correct.
STT, are you in agreement?
Yes, in agreement. It is post.
Okay. If people lead your colleagues astray, you know they'll still watch this video. And okay. All this stuff that I'm importing, remember, you don't need to cram it for now. With time, like you know what to type. You get. So return response, serializer the data. What status code should we use for
So
creation?
So
201.
one.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. HTTP. So on. Who knows the HTTP for redirects? When something is redirected.
Redirected.
Yeah. Let's assume you enter your bank app. So you click on your bank app, you minimize it before you click on it. But as you click on it, the app now notices that you have that you've been logged out. So it takes you back to the login page. That's a redirect. Or maybe as you're browsing, one ad comes up. As you click on it, it takes you somewhere else. So in the back end, what status code is that? Redirect. What status code is that?
It's five. Five.
Remember, five something is server error. So it can't be five something because it's not an error now. Abi? Redirect is not an error. So five something is out of it. That one is a server error.
Eh, This
Yeah.
one is
First
okay.
something. First something is client error. So the person making the request, the device making the request, the person sending the data. So it's from the client. Two something is that it's successful. It went through. Then three something is redirect. So the family of 300 to 399 stands for a redirection. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the view that allows us to create a new news item. Is there any part that is not clear? We did this last week in the two classes. Is there any line that is not making sense? Is there any line that does not make sense to you? In this view, this is what we're used to, but just check. Can you interpret what's going on to understand what's happening? Okay. So I'll take that as a yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then this is the new stuff I have to show us today. This is the only new stuff. Then call it a day. So far we've been writing good code, but our code is always long. Why? Because while you creating separate views for everything. What do I mean? If you want to create post, there's a view for it. You want to retrieve post, there's a view for it. You want to update post, there's a view for it. You want to delete post, there's a view for it. You want to retrieve all the posts, there's another view. So on average, every time we have class, we're writing five views, five views. But I want to show us that it's possible for us to create only two views that will do those five things. Do we get? We are going to learn that we can use one view to create, we can use two views rather to replicate those five views that I've been creating since. So, how do I mean? So, this is what we create. This is the get. I'll do something like, so this one is, I'll call it news detail, and it's going to receive a slug. Remember, I'm using slug for today. So, I'll say news is equals to get objects or fall for prefix news slug is equals to slug. Okay, so this is my view that allows us to get one news item. So you can see before we've been using ID, but today we're using something better, which is slug. Okay, so the very first step is to retrieve the news, check whether the news exists. That is get object of 404. So try and get the object or return a 404 error if it does not exist. That's what line 19 is doing. Line 20 is now turning that news into JSON format, saying if it exists, turn into JSON format. You understand that line 21 is returning the raw data.
Professor, please scroll up.
Okay. You want to see where I imported it from, Abby?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you're done, you can paste it.
Oh, okay. So this one to show us it's possible to write a view that can handle getting one post, updating one post, and deleting a post. One view called news detail. So they want to do it that view can accept a get request, meaning the person just wants to retrieve the news. It can accept a put request, meaning the person wants to update that news that they've retrieved, and the person wants to also delete. So the question you ask yourself is, how does this view now know which method we're passing in Postman? How will he know which method that this person has put as the HTTP method in Postman? So that's what we're going to achieve today. So I'm going to say something. We'll say if it's a get request that the person has done, I want you to retrieve the news. So look at this code. The first thing I'm doing is I'm retrieving the news from the database. So after retrieving the news, the next thing Django, I want my code to do is to check the method the person passed in Postman. If request or method is double equals to get. If the method the person passed in Postman is a get request, what do I want you to do? I want you to please serialize that news for me and return the serialized data. That is if it's a get request. Remember this view now, this is how we specify multiple methods for a particular API view. We use a comma to separate them. So that means this API view can cater to both get request, put request, and delete request. This is how we separate it. If you look at this first one, it's built to only accept post. That's its function in this life, only post request. But if you look at this one, it's built to accept both get, both post, and delete. You as the backend developer, you now have to write checks or what should happen per method. So that's what I'm doing here. If it's a get request, to please, that news that I've gotten in line 19, this is how we get the news. If it's a get request, please help me serialize that news, then return that data to me. The next thing I'll say is else if. So else if the method is put, I want you to update that data, then save that data, validate the data first before saving. Let's realize I don't save. Then return the updated data to me. Serializer data status equals to. And lastly, or we can use elif just to show you. Let's just be explicit so we can see. So if it's delete, it should just delete the news. What's the status code for deletion?
Deletion.
Yeah, when you delete something.
That
204 HTTP 204.
So for okay, correct. So HTTP 204 means no content. So it's the correct one. So please just pause what you're doing. I'm going to cross copy and paste this because of time, but I just want us to understand it. So let's look at it again together. Let's just look at once we get the thing that the beauty of this thing is once you understand it, you understand it. So the very first thing is we have specified multiple methods in this decorator. This decorator is what tells us the methods that are allowed in this view. So I've told it, please accept a get, accept a put, and accept a delete. So something is common in everything here. This get, before you can get something, you use the slug. Before I can update something, I must get it with the slug. Before I can delete something, so I must get it with the slug. So off the top of my head, I know first thing I need to do is to retrieve it because that's what all of them have in common. This one is retrieving. Before you can update something, you must retrieve it. Before you can delete something, you must retrieve it. So step one is first help me get that news first. Get the news if it exists. The next step is check if it's a get request that person put in postman. Is it get the person types? If it gets, what do I want to do? Just return the serialized version of that news. That's what this code is doing. After after converting it to JSON, help me return that data. That JSON data, help me return it. That's what this first method is checking for. That's its job. The second one is if the person passed in posting, puts rather in postman. If the person passed in puts as a method in postman, please help me after retrieving that news. I want you to change the old data that was in this news. Help me change that old data. Let it now be equals to the new data that is coming in with that request. That new data a person is passing in, please change that old data to this new data. We're adding partial equals to true because it's possible in the news model. We just want to change maybe the author of a book. So it's possible you just want to change one thing about the news, not necessarily everything. So that's why this partial equals to true. So it allows us to make partial updates. I can go to the bank and say I want to update my details. They don't have to change everything. I can say it's only my first name I want to change. It's only my last name I want to change. It's only my age I want to change. That is possible because in their backend they have a setting called partial equals true. So it allows you to change one field only. If you don't put this guy, then that means whenever I go to the bank and say I want to update something, they have to update every information about me. But because I put partial equals true, it allows me to select the particular field that I want updated. Now I told us after you update data or after a user passes in data to your system, you have to validate that data. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm validating that data. Is it accurate? Is it correct? Then I now save that data. That is all. So I'm sending this code now. Let me copy and paste it. So please quickly paste it in your views.py. I'm sending it on WhatsApp now.
Post it on Zoom, please.
On Zoom. So I've sent it on WhatsApp. Then let me send it on Zoom too. So Adija, you're far from your phone, Abby.
Yes.
All right.
I thought you are pressing it from the start.
I'm pasting it where? Okay, I should pay. Okay, I'll get it from the start. So don't worry. Let me get some stats. So I'll just copy everything. So this is everything in my views.py. I'll put it now on WhatsApp. All right. So while this is, let me go and create my URL. So just copy and paste it in your views.py file. Go and create the URLs. So we have to be fast. URLs.py. You have just 15 minutes left. Okay, so let me create the URL. I import my views from the views on news.views imports near video and videos. So path say create news. Path news slash slow. Alright guys. So I'm also sending what is in my URLs.py. So you just clear the one that's in yours and paste this. So I've sent it on Zoom and I've sent it on WhatsApp. I just want us to do the example together. That's why I'm rushing. because the example that will confirm that everybody is working for everyone.
Have you posted? Okay, you've posted the.
Yeah, I have. So this is the URL for creating news, then the URL for testing those three things: the create, the retrieve, update, delete. So I'll launch my Postman now. So let me open. So launch your Postman. Let me open this. So launch Postman. Then let's go to the create URL. So where are we? SCT, where are you?
Sorry, Mr. Prosper.
I'm
Yeah, with you.
launching my Postman.
On my Vue.py, my REST framework is bringing underscore line underline score.
Shebi
It's
is
bringing an
what I
error.
is what I pasted you copied, Abby. Victor, can you hear me?
Yes, my REST framework.
Please share your screen quickly, please. Adija and City, please launch Postman and test out the create endpoint, please, quickly.
You have to share.
Yeah, you can share now. Oh, Oladimiji, I didn't even notice you. How are you doing? When did you join?
Just
All right,
join
so,
now.
oh, okay. Well,
Yeah. Okay.
okay. Click on the virtual environment at your bottom right. Victor, look at the
Huh?
bottom. Go to the bottom right of your screen. You see 3.9.0 at the bottom of your VS Code. Bottom.
Mr. Prosper, why using slug? Why not ID?
Yeah, explain. Don't worry. Watch the recording. Don't worry. While
Okay.
moving
Bottom
on,
what?
at the right hand side, Victor. Right hand side. At the left. At the right hand side. Victor, you're still at the left hand side. Go to the right hand side. No. Yes. Look at 3.9.0 at the bottom right of your VS Code. Look at 3.9.0. Have you seen 3.9.0? Look at it. It's looking at you.
Yes.
Click on it. Okay. So your VS Code is using the wrong interpreter. Click on the one above this one that is currently selected. That's the right one you should use. Above, yes, that one. Click on it, please. All right. So X your VS Code, launch it again.
Mr. Prosper, wait.
All right.
I thought. Oh. So you create.
Activate.
Dora, I've seen my error. I thought
Okay.
you created the one for create. So you don't put everything in the same place.
Yeah, yeah.
Why
Victor,
is it
close your
bringing the error?
yes, close your VS Code and launch it again. You just switch interpreter path. So just close X your VS Code, launch it again.
Mr. Prosper, please let me to paste that API creates news.
Okay, on my own end, I should test it, Abby.
I need to paste it. I've deleted it from my end. I need to paste it sharp.
Okay, just the view, Abby.
The create view. No, the create API creates.
Okay,
Only that. Let me to paste it, please.
all right.
Use those.
Okay, I've sent it. I've sent it on the Zoom chat.
Right, thank you.
STT, any issues with the creation?
I'm on it, sir.
No, I didn't hear you. Yes or no?
I said I'm on it.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm creating
No
the
problem. Yeah, no
field.
problem. Yeah, no problem.
I've launched it back.
All right. Is this still underlined? Just
No.
your terminals are still activated. Okay. So it's not underlined again, Abby.
Yes.
All right. So you can stop sharing.
Yes.
So go and try and create a news item. So let me share my screen. So this is my postman. Remember, let's mute your mic.
Sir.
STT Amici.
Hey,
The slug did
we
not
chat in
generate
itself. Check on share.
automatically.
Exactly. So if you
And the
notice,
author,
yeah, and the author, yeah,
when I typed in the uh, STT, it's giving me, it expects a PK value.
yes, and you're passing a string.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's correct. Those are accurate errors. So let me show you the right way. So I'm clicking on body now. I want to create a news item now. I want to create it now. So I'll click on title. This is title. It should have slug also. It should have the content. It should have image, and it should have an author. So this is me now. I want to create a news item. So I want to say the title of the news is Backend. Let me zoom in so we can see. So I want to say backend is fun. So this is the news I want to create. Backend is fun. Now, remember that with that setting we put in our admin, whenever we type title, the slug is getting generated by itself. Abby, now that is only working in Django's admin panel. So meaning if I'm creating any news from anywhere else, I have to manually type in myself. That's why I asked us to come and use Postman. We could have easily gone to Django's admin to create. I just want you to understand how that admin customization stuff works. All those things that we're seeing, the list display, the pre-populated fields, all those things are only working on the admin panel. So meaning if I'm doing it elsewhere, that assistance will not work. It won't happen. So it's either I type in manually myself, or tomorrow I'm going to show you guys how to create a function. So that function will allow slug to be generated anywhere, whether it's from admin or whether it's from postman or whether it's from front end, the person creates the news, the slug will be getting generated by itself. But with this setting that we put in our admin, only in Django's admin panel that the slug will get generated automatically from the title. Only if you are using Django's admin to create a news. But if I come anywhere else, if I do it from Postman, you can see as I was typing the title, slug was not generated by itself. So meaning I have to type in the slug manually. So I say backend is fun. So I'm creating it manually. The content of the news, I just type gibberish inside. Just type rubbish inside. Then the image. For you to send an image in Postman, please look. To use an image in Postman, all you need to do is to change this file type from text. If you look at this thing is text, I click on it, I'll see the option of file. So I click on file, then I'll click on select files, new file from local machine. So I just pick a file, any file, just pick something sharp sharp. then the author. Now, remember what I told us about foreign key. The author of a post, STT, try typing the person's name, Prosper or STT or whatsoever. If you look at your models of PY, this is the relationship established that the author has a foreign key relationship to the user. So what this means, or how foreign keys work, is author is not saving using the name of that user. It's saving using the ID of that user. Let me show us something to try to make more sense. So I just want to open the database for you so you understand how it's being saved. So open database. Why is it not opening? Why is it not opening? Open database, please. The same error. Blah 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 blah. All right. Should I use DVD? Let me use another package to open database for you. I just want you guys to see that that author is not saving the name. Instead, he's saving the ID of the person's name. I told us in last class. Why? Because the name can change or the person's name can be modified easily. But your ID remains the same unless you are deleted from that system. So I just want to open the database quickly for us. So today's project, what do we call it? I think we call it clone. So this is the database. Let me open it for us to see. So this is the news. Let me open the table for us. So if you see this table, please hope you can still see my screen. Can we all still see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
If you look at this table, this is the title, this is the image, this is the content, this is the published date, this is the author. But look at it, it's not the name it's saving, it's the ID of the author. Do we understand?
But there
So
is nothing
that
on the ID field. Auto ID, there is nothing. There is empty.
it's not empty, there's one here. Can you see my screen?
Okay.
It's faint. Let me try and zoom in. It's one. There's one here. If you can see my screen, like that's the ID of the author. Do you get?
Okay.
So I just want to explain that foreign key does not actually save the name. It saves the ID of that person, the ID of that name. So if I come here, Django just tries to make it more reasonable for a human being. If I come here and I want to add news, if I click on the author, it brings down the name. But what's actually saved in the backend is not the name, is the ID of that person. That's how foreign key work. So that's why in Postman, if I pass in Prosper as the author, it will not work. What I need to pass in, because it's a foreign key relationship, is using the key to get that person. It's not using the name. And the key is always ID. So author should be the ID of that user, which is one. So this is it here. So I'll now hit save. I'll now hit send rather. Then if you notice, this has worked. So please everyone try it out. So please try it out on your end. So you can just look at my screen, try the examples. Please, we have a minute to do it. Let's just try it out by ourselves. So put just the title, passing a slug of your choice. Remember, in slug there can be no space. Like there should be no space. Anywhere you want to put space, use hyphen or underscore. That's how slugs work. They don't allow space. Content, please just type in rubbish. To choose image, you click on this drop down file. This drop down, you change it from text to file.
Why is this log not popping in automatically?
That's why I explained that it's only in Django's admin that that setting of it popping up automatically will work. Anywhere else you try to create it, you have to do it yourself. So
Okay.
tomorrow is when I'll now show you how to write a function that will allow it to be generated automatically, even if it's not from the admin you are doing it.
Okay. I'm getting same results you are getting also.
All right. So if you go to your admin panel, if you go to your browser's admin panel,
Wait,
that was
though, Mr. Prosper, why
yeah.
is it showing a warning sign?
Click on it, hover over it. It's
Your
telling you
own,
that
your own.
yeah, it's telling me that I'm supposed to say I can send this image to Postman's cloud. It's like a suggestion. It's telling me that this file I'm using, how do I explain to you? So my postman here is like official postman. So I have teammates that have access to my postman. Do you get? If you read this error message, it's saying that this
It's
file,
showing on my own too. Why?
that's what I'm explaining to you.
Okay.
This file that I've uploaded now is unavailable to other people. When we're creating our postman, when we started postman, we put it as public. So it's trying to tell you that this is a local
Like
file that you are uploading. Any other person that comes to your postman won't be able to use it. That if you want it to be available to everybody, please upload the file to postman itself. That way, if you see there's a cloud image, I don't know whether you are seeing a cloud image. It's basically telling you that what you are doing is just for yourself. If you want other people to have
Please,
access
can you
to
take
it,
it
please
again? Your voice is
use.
breaking.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
All right. So Adijat is saying that the file you uploaded is a local file. It's being saved locally to Django. So meaning if another person clicks on that image on their end, they will not see it. So it's suggesting that why don't you upload this thing to Postman's cloud? Postman has a cloud like Google Drive. So it's suggesting that why don't you upload it there so that other people to have access to that image you are using. That's what it's saying. Like it's not scattering your code or anything. It's just telling you that what you are doing is only going to work for you. That image is only you that will see it. It's only on Django you see it. If you want it to be universally seen, please use a cloud service to upload it. That's what it's saying. That's just what it's telling you. So as long as you are building for yourself, that's what it's telling you that only you'll be able to see it. But others can't see it. That's it. So did everyone get this create stuff? Did it work for everybody? Is there anybody that the creation
yes,
defeated? It works for everyone, right?
Yes.
All right.
yes.
Okay. So this is where we're going to stop today. This creates this is what we just finished. Tomorrow we'll pick up from this. We'll pick this up tomorrow. So that means you do well to watch this recording before tomorrow so you can code along. Is that fine? Okay, has even left, sir. All right. Let me stop the recording.